What's going on, guys? jfreshbeats back with another video, and today I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm going back to the beginning. So yes, that's right, I'm going back to the beginning. When I first started, I started on Fruity Loops Studio 6. I'm not necessarily going back there, but what I am going to do is go back to the beginning of when I got my first Mac. I couldn't use FL Studio because at that time, Mac users could only use GarageBand and Logic, and I did not have Logic specifically, I had GarageBand. So we're gonna try to make a beat from scratch using GarageBand, and I'm gonna try to do this without a controller. So for those of you who have a Mac and you don't have GarageBand for whatever reason, it's completely free. Go to the App Store and download it. I have to re-download it. I took it away because I didn't want any extra DAWs that I don't use on my laptop. So here we go. Let's see if I remember how to do this from scratch. So while it's installing, let's talk about something that I just got. Yes, I just received the Apple Watch, and I'll do a review on it later. So far, I'm loving it though. Kudos to the Apple Watch Series 3. All right, so we're opening up GarageBand. Okay, so now we have GarageBand open and it's telling us what's new. We got 2 new drummer plays, roots and jazz and fluid brush styles. Okay. Over 200 free downloadable artist lessons, so you how to play songs on piano and guitar. Okay, so this is really letting you learn how to play on the desktop version. So let's press continue, and we're not gonna get any new sounds. We're just gonna open up an empty project. Let's see if any of my, okay, nothing came through. So we're just gonna open up an empty project, and okay, it tells us we can record using a mic, connect a guitar, add a drummer that automatically plays along with you, or plug in a USB MIDI and play the record using a wide variety of instruments like piano, organ, and synth. We're just gonna do that. Now, if I remember correctly, there's no I button. So I can't remember, what was it, master? Yeah. You had to do some other stuff in order to get it to work the way you wanted it to. So let's just start with the stock stuff, because it looks like they've done a whole lot of other stuff that is different than what I remember. Okay, never you mind. Looks like I found something. So if you scroll down within the track, you can see where it says plugins. You can change it to the Apple plugins, or you can change it to your third-party plugins, which is all right here. All my third-party plugins are right here, which is great. So I'm just gonna start with addictive keys. All right, we've got addictive keys on there, and like I said, I don't have a controller, so let's see. Yep, I can do musical typing. Alright, cool. So I've got my keyboard up. So we're gonna go down an octave, and I'm just gonna play a progression that I have in my head right now. So alright, let's record that. So let's see what this. Okay, you can cycle with that. Let's press the Q button. See if that quantizes it. All right. So I'm trying to go as far back as possible. I didn't really know music theory back then, so I knew the concepts of the piano. So if you don't know the concepts of the piano, I definitely suggest that you go back to a YouTube video and just learn some of the concepts of a piano as far as like scales and stuff like that. I knew scales and I knew how to create chords, so that is exactly what I'm doing. This is my bass notes of the keys. So let's duplicate that, and I'm pressing Command D to duplicate, and we're gonna press Command K to bring that keyboard back. So now we're not in the roots anymore. So I'm gonna just start chord by chord. Alright, so it cut off my chord. Let's try it again. Alright, so now that we have that one chord, let's press the Q button and let's open this up and see where we are. Alright, so I got everything, but I overplayed it. So let's continue on. So the next one, so I started with the next one is the B flat. So I'm gonna just make a chord for the B flat. All right. Like I said, guys, I'm going back from the beginning. Going back from the beginning. So the next one I did is F sharp, so I'm gonna do F sharp chord. Alright, so now we have that F sharp chord. Press the Q to make sure it's up there, and now our last one is the F. So it's going to be an F minor chord. I played that one a little late. It's okay. Alright, cool. And that's there. We're going to press J to... Oh. Sorry, I'm gonna press J to combine it. Doesn't look like I can do that there. Huh. See, these are some of the shortcuts from Logic that you can't do in GarageBand. So I guess we'll just have to leave it split because I don't know how to combine it. And so now we have our keys, and this is our chord progression. See, it was ready to loop. Alright, so now I'm going to open up something that's easy that everybody has instead of me going to a third-party thing. Let's see, an electronic drum kit. We're gonna use the trapdoor because I know the trapdoor is dope. Command K, open that back up. Let's see what we have here. Maybe we're too far. Okay, cool. So here we go. We're not trying to make like a masterpiece. We're just trying to get started. So uh-oh, I pressed the wrong thing. So that's just an idea that I have in my head. if you know concepts of rhythm, I'm just gonna explain a little bit of it for the beginners. Usually when you have a beat, when you have a song, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The snare usually goes on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the kick is on the 1 and 3. That's just basic rhythm. Now, you could get really in depth. See, we're at 120, so I'm doing it in cut time. So now my snare is on every 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can play my kick wherever I want to go. So, do. So this is exactly what I did here. Alright, so now I have my basic drums and snare. Alright, let's get some hi-hats in there. I'm sure there's some hi-hats on the... Usually it's like the same as battery 4. Your hi-hats are on the TYU or the F sharp, the A flat, and the B flat. So let's do something. So press Q, quantize that. Like I said, this is a simple beat. It's not nothing I'm gonna post or anything like that. So now that we have our hi-hat, kicks, drums, keys, now let's get some bass going. Let's see what we got for bass. And this is crazy because let me go back to the electric piano, because the electric piano classic one doesn't have any plugins with it. So let's see what we can get here as far as 808s. Nothing here. This is very limited, guys, very limited. Pick a new thing because my sublab doesn't work. This is difficult because it's been a minute since I've used anything other than sublab. So let me go to Contact and see what Contact has. I know Contact will work, but I don't have any libraries on here. It's like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Splice, find an 808. Sorry guys, I wish I was more prepared for this, but apparently not. Okay, cool. So Contact is like a sampler, so this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna press Command C. I just pulled in 808 Wild. It's put to C, so when I put Command K and so let's see. Cool. So we're just gonna play it the way we need to. So we've got our 808s, we basically have the basic platform, and that is how you make a beat from scratch in GarageBand. This was brought to my attention by a homie I used to be in the lab with. His name is Divine. Please go check out his music, it's actually pretty dope. And yeah, if you like what you saw, leave a like and leave a comment. Also subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this tutorial. I know it was really basic, so for those of you who are intermediate, please go back to my other videos. They will definitely be right here, and then we'll probably be back in Machine by the next time. Just remember, life without music is a mistake, and he who controls you controls your music. Alrighty. Peace.